Hey guys, welcome to Outworld Sounds. I am Kate and I'm here with the amazing Josie Pace. We're here in Atlantic City right now, and this is the second to last stop on the American Psycho tour.
Yep.
And so we're just catching up with Josie and catching up on the tour. So real quick, before we get into anything, I have some rapid fire questions just to kind of like break the ice.
Yeah, for sure.
I know, interviews can be a little awkward, a little weird sometimes. So just whatever pops up in your head.
First thing that pops into my head, cheesecake, let's go.
All right, actually, that's close to my first question. Cake or pie?
Cake.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee all the way.
Favorite Ninja Turtle?
Oh, Raphael.
Yes. And robots or ninjas?
Robots. Yeah.
Yeah, same answers.
Cool.
Did we just become best friends?
We just watched that the other day in the hotel on our day.
No way. Oh my God,
Yes.
That's awesome. That's like one of my favorite movies of all time.
I like when he buries him alive. And he's like, I just slowed down my heart rate.
Yeah. That's so good. So, how's this tour been for you? What's it been like being out with Aesthetic Perfection and genCAB?
Well, it's my first tour that I've ever been on, ever. So I kind of went into it blind just because I had no, start point of what to expect from any of this. And we had just gone through COVID, so it was, even more blind from, beforehand of what I kind of knew what touring was like. But, I mean, everybody's been so nice on this tour, and Daniel's been amazing, and I thank him immensely for letting me come on this tour with him. But overall, it's been absolutely amazing. I mean, we've had such a great response from every city that we've been in, and even if it's been small shows, big shows, it doesn't matter. They've all been pretty great, and grateful that we've come out and tried to keep the scene alive, and the industrial scene, it's kind of small, but
yeah,
we can grow it a little bit.
Absolutely, yeah, because I feel like with the industrial scene, there's little pockets.
Yes.
There's little areas where it'll be thriving, but in this
it's a
little pocket area, and it's
make friends.
Yeah, you just want to collect them all, like the T1000 when he's coming back from liquid form.
Yes, yeah.
It's the image I get in my head, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's very good.
So to that, I mean, we were super excited, when he posted, who do you think is going to be going on tour with me? We're like, Josie Pace, please.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my God, we were watching his posts hawks, because we're please, because we felt your guys' energy, style, everything that you're bringing to industrial is so revolutionary, and you both have such a unique voice. So how has that been, being able to not share the stage exactly, but be on this tour?
Stage.
Yeah.
Well, I've known Daniel for a few years now. Since we've started, he was nice enough to put some of my first songs on his playlists, and that's how we grew our fan base, and he was so kind to do that. And I think it's a bunch of my songs are still on there, the old ones like Cannibals and Crispy Lovely. And
we were just listening to that, I love that song so much. That's so good.
I love those songs too, but they just don't fit the overall aspect. And everyone on this tour has been when are you gonna play Crispy Lovely? When are you gonna play Cannibals? And I'm probably never. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it has to work. It has to.
Yeah, it has to be cohesive and everything. But yeah, I mean, I've known Daniel for a few years, and he asked me earlier on this year. He's like, "Well, would you like to be direct support? Would you like to be on this tour with me?" And I was like, it's happening.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it was super exciting for me. I mean, it's first tour. It was when I first got my record deal, and I was I've dreamt about this my entire life.
Yeah.
And it's finally coming to fruition. So it was like a dream. We'll say that.
Yeah.
And then it got really scary, and then now it's like a dream again.
Oh wait, this has to actually happen.
Yeah, I was what do I need to do? I don't even know how to prepare for this.
Oh my God. Yeah, what kind of preparations did you make?
I just went straight with what I knew and what I thought would work well for me. Yeah. As a vocalist, I knew that stamina and cardio training had to be part of my routine. Yeah. So I started months and months and months beforehand, going to the gym every day, doing as much cardio as possible. Obviously a little bit of strength training too. I mean, you gotta wear the big shoes. You gotta have some
good calves.
Yeah,
some good
ankle movements. Yeah. I was stretching my ankles all the time, but I also did a lot of vocal stamina and vocal agility trainings and stuff. So I would do that almost every other day, every week, for at least 45 to an hour every day. And I mean, I've gone much farther than I thought I would go on this tour, because I was I'll give myself a week and then my voice will be probably, rough. And no, this past week is when I started feeling like, oh, I need to take a break. I need to rest my voice.
Oh, really?
But I was like, man, I'm fucking
going
through, man.
That's
like,
awesome. No, good
but I
for
am
you.
still young, so I'm trying to put it all on that. I'm like, I could do a little bit more next time. Next tour, I'll probably, have a better idea of what to expect and what I can do to help.
Exactly. You
Make
got to
it
like
better.
learn through like making the
Exactly.
mistakes. So it's like whatever you learn on this tour, you're going to
Right.
make sure not to do again.
Exactly.
And with that, is there anything like that you've experienced over this tour, or something that you've maybe picked up from one of the other band members that you want to take forward, like when you go back into the studio or start recording again?
I think just like being more prepared, even though like it sounds so stupid, but me and Ken Roberts, my producer and keyboardist, we like to think that we're the most prepared band in the industry, which sounds really stupid, but I say we, but it's mostly him, very anal retentive on our sound and what we have live and what we bring live and how we pack everything up and how we organize everything and make sure that everything, we made sure we had plastic bags to give to people when they bought things, and I signed them all, and like,
Oh, that's so sweet.
but like I feel like there's so much more that we could do now that we see how it is, and I think that it'll be so much better, even though this one's gone like really smoothly, like
Yeah. I know, we did this with Daniel too earlier, so we're like, knock on all the wood.
It's funny because Ken was saying, like, the first week, he's like, man, your voice just keeps getting better and better. I'm like,
You're like, don't you
we're not
like
talking
that.
about it. We're not talking about it. We're just going to pretend like everything's happening the way it should, and I'm not going to think about it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, there's always more you can do. There's always more
of
that you
course.
can learn, no matter what you're doing. If you're touring, recording, or playing live, whatever you're doing, there's always room for growth. And if there's not, you're doing something wrong.
Well, yeah, and I feel like that's one of like the kind of curses of an artist is like, even as you progress, like sometimes other people can see it and appreciate it before you ever can, and you're constantly, but that's what allows you to constantly keep growing, because you're like, you can be your biggest critic.
Oh,
and it's like sometimes like, you feel like the thing that like you're like, you don't feel so sure about, people are like, oh, I love it, and you're like, oh, it's like an identity crisis almost sometimes. Like,
that's funny you say that, because my first song that I'm playing tonight is actually about a somewhat of an identity crisis, and it's called Hello, Who Am I? And it's going to be released next year. But I kind of went through, like, after this album was released, Ken was like, you need to start, writing more songs, and we need to, like, find a new kind of, not a new sound, but we need to, like, progress and make it new and fresh. And I was like, I don't even know what I would do. Like
where to start.
Exactly.
Like, where do you start?
And then that's what spawned the Hello, Who Am I? Just, like, trying to find a new sound, not a new me, but, like, trying to pull out what's inside of me and what I know that I have.
Yeah.
So that'll be released next year, but everybody's like, when's this song gonna come out? Like, I want to listen to it now. And I'm like, it's not even done.
Really? So is this something you came up with on tour, or is this like just before the tour?
This is something we literally finished tracking vocals like weeks before the tour, and we were like trying to mix them and get them ready. We didn't necessarily need to get them ready to be released, but we needed to get them ready enough to be able to play live and have them polished enough to play them live.
Sure, like have your structure down.
Exactly.
And
we're probably going to change a few things and, like, what we like and what we don't like after playing it for 40 days straight.
Yeah.
But it seems like everybody really likes that sound, and I'm glad that they do. But it's a little bit more dance-driven than my earlier stuff.
Okay.
But we're still going to go with some live drums on the tracks as well, which we were supposed to bring a drummer, but didn't have enough bunks, but we decided that was a good opportunity to be on this tour. So we will definitely be doing a tour next year with a live drummer as well.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay, we'll definitely have to check you out on that one too.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
We were big on watching you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so that actually, I wanted to go to that. So, we watched you on No Cover, and literally we only watched because we're like, Josie's gonna be on? Wait, Josie? So we watched it, and we were like, not to say anything bad towards the show, but we feel like you could have, I don't know, like maybe had more of like a voice. Like, is there anything that you wish you could have gotten across or could have done differently?
I feel like it's with shows like that in general, like American Idol, The Voice, whatever, you're not necessarily supposed to talk back to the judges and have a conversation with them. It's just not. It's not what you do. You just
or
say,
people
yeah,
make
okay.
memes of you if you do.
But you know, I mean, I'm all for a rhetoric and like talking to the judges and like trying to explain what we do and whatever. And Ken is definitely one of those people as well, and you obviously saw that.
Yeah.
But it's funny because they cut it up so much to where it sounds like what people thought it sounded like, which is kind of stupid. But either way, it was good publicity, and we got very far on the show, which I'm very happy for. I kind of didn't want to win anyways, but like...
We can cut that out if you want.
They might sue me, but I don't have the money, so...
Like, go ahead.
Oh, well. It was a great opportunity, though, and
Yeah.
all the judges were very nice, and, I mean, it was great to hear what they had to say, even if it doesn't help me in the long run. And it was great to be on the show, and I've gained so many fans from that show, like...
I could only imagine.
I mean, comments upon comments on YouTube,
Yeah.
like, I just came from No Cover, and you're great. And I'm like, oh, 3 months
Don't you love
later.
those
and I'm
YouTube
like,
comments, like, who else is here from, like,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
They're
And
like,
you're like,
they put the year in there, and
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
all right.
you're like, oh, okay, this is, like, going, this is being archived right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, you visiting this video.
Yeah, but it was a good experience.
Yeah.
We were there for about a month filming, and,
Oh, wow.
I mean, I had fun, and I mean, performing live is my favorite thing to do, so.
Well, you're obviously, like, a natural at it.
Thank you.
You have, like, this, like, just amazing charisma. Like, the one thing that got us into your music was your videos, because they're, you know, aside from being so well shot and you being so awesomely styled, you just have this, like, energy and charisma and everything. Like,
Thank you.
were you always like that? Like, did you always
I was always...
want to be a performer?
Yes,
Yeah.
from a very young age. My father was a singer, and he played the bass guitar, so I was always around music when I was young. And I started singing very young and, like, doing talent shows and, like, singing at church and everything. So that started young, but I was always, like, the oddball in the family. Not to
Okay.
say that they were like, oh, no, she's so weird. But, like, they accepted it, and they,
Yeah.
like, accept what I do and who I am and everything. But I'm most definitely the only one in my family with a mohawk.
That's awesome.
But yeah, it's always been like, I mean, I'm a Leo too, so.
Oh, okay. So there you go.
If
Yes.
you couldn't tell.
Yeah, right? And I might as well have, like, a peacock, like,
Right.
feathers, like...
But yeah, performing has always been one of my favorite things, and like, I used to play sports, but I always wanted to be like, I'm gonna make the major play and everybody's gonna see it, and like, that's everything that I want.
MVP this
All
year.
eyes on me, like, not to be like cocky or anything, but I take pride in what I do, and I like to do it well, and I like to do it with purpose.
And it comes across literally in every single thing you do.
Thank
And
you.
that is, you know, going back to No Cover, you know, we were like, every time we're watching, we're like, man, like, she has it so together. She knows her vision. She knows what she wants to do. Like, you and Ken together, I mean, it's like such a perfect marriage of what you were already doing, and then him coming in. It's like you guys were just like peanut butter and jelly. Like, it's so perfect, and we absolutely can't wait, you know, to hear like everything else you have.
Thank you.
And that brings me to my last question. So what is, you know, the future for you? Once you get back home, you get back in your, you know, in your zone. Yeah.
Well, I know I'm going to take some time off. Obviously, I have to rest my vocal cords because they are fried. But we've got, lots of sleep that's not on a moving bed. But we do have a few things planned for next year. We have an electronic EP that we're planning, which is the Hello, Who Am I song that will be on it. And then we are also trying to plan an acoustic EP as well, because I am a guitarist and lots of people have asked if I'm ever going to release an acoustic EP. So we decided that we would at least try and like get something down. So I've got a few acoustic songs that I will be recording. Some of them are not my songs. Some of them are friends' songs who have passed away, and I decided that I would perform it for them. But it's tough, but
amazing.
I think it has to be done. So, but I'm very excited for that because I don't get to play guitar very often anymore, and I miss it. And everybody seems to love the acoustic videos that we do too, and
They're
the
fabulous.
hybrid acoustic electronic videos that we do. So, my mom will be very happy. She's like, so when are you gonna play the guitar? And I'm like,
You were just
one
so
day.
good at that, honey. You were so good at that guitar. No, that's
Yeah.
so cool. I know. I say all the time, like, they need to bring MTV Unplugged back.
They need
Because
to bring
it's like the art
actual MTV back.
of like stripping everything down is just so, it's so
And I
lost
love
now. It's a
like
shame.
even when we did the underestimated acoustic and then the underestimated electronic video, it's almost like you have two different songs, but they're exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like you know you have a strong song when it's good from beginning to end.
Exactly. Yep. And you can strip everything down, and it's still
Exactly.
powerful. It still has that same raw emotion and everything. So
Yeah.
that's really exciting.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to be, following you and waiting for that to come out.
Thank you.
So where can everybody find your music, follow you, tickets, merch?
You can find everything at josiepace.com, all of my Instagram, Facebook, all the social medias there, and then you can also find all music videos, you can find lyrics, and you can find merch and tour dates or show dates as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Josie.
Thank
it
you
was
guys.
so awesome talking to you. I hope you have an awesome show tonight. I mean, we'll be there.
Awesome.
We'll be cheering you on. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
All right.